Does Governor Andrew Cuomo have a nipple piercing? Zoom fails. In the spirit of everyone using Zoom, GoFundMe shut down.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. O.J. Simpson says that Carol Baskin killed her husband.
What?
Also, Ethan Bradbury. Not only can I not show you the video he made,
We could not endorse.
I can't
that.
endorse it. The whole time I was watching it, I was just like, what is wrong with you, dude? So I can't show it. But I wish I could. But I really shouldn't.
It's not fair.
I really shouldn't. Not good. Shame on you, Ethan Bradbury. But remake it the good way. I can't show this.
Do you have any idea how bad this content is, Ethan? You went from the greatest Ethan Bradbury roaster of all time to Ethan Bradbury's put out this video and we can't show it. He's put this video out, we can't show it. He's put it out, we can't show it. Like, it's crazy, but we can't show it. It's just 4 minutes of you saying that over and over again just for ad revenue. No, Ethan, you can show it. But H3H3 have become so concerned with their precious ad revenue that they couldn't give a flying flip about putting out good, creative content that actually satisfies their audience like they used to. And it pains me to make this video because I really do love H3H3 Productions, and I think they have a special place in all of our hearts. But I think someone really needs to say it, dude. H3H3, your new content is garbage. Let's go back to this other clip as well. Does Governor Cuomo have a nipple piercing? Firstly, who cares? And secondly, frame this setting. Does something look familiar about this? Probably because this is the same shit that H3H3 used to roast when they were actually good YouTubers. This low budget, low effort video style is the exact same thing that you were roasting back in 2017.
It's time to stop, MTV. You used to be dope.
Fast forward 3 years and it's exactly what Ethan and Hila have become in 2020. With the main difference being that the people in BuzzFeed look like they're actually having a more enjoyable experience than Ethan and Hila when they're making this video in 2020. Let's watch that intro from that exact video in 2017 and just look at how passionate H3H3 Productions were for making this video at the time.
We have a very juicy video on deck because me and Hila always agree. We always go into a video agreeing and being like, this is cancer, let's talk about it. But this time, I hope you're ready to go to war. When I saw this video, I was like, yo, Hila, look how stupid this is. We need to talk about it. And she looks at me and she goes, well, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe we shouldn't talk.
They're laughing, they're excited, they're having a good time. It's obvious that Ethan and Hila actually enjoyed making this kind of content. They enjoyed the reviews and you can just tell that they're having a good time. Then let's compare that to their 2020 intros.
Does Governor Andrew Cuomo have a nipple piercing? Oh, here's a separate photo. This is good to see.
The proof is in the pudding. They don't enjoy making this stuff. You can tell from their demeanor and attitude. In 2016 and 2017, it's energetic, it's excitable, it's passionate. In 2020, it's just stone cold. And on YouTube, the audience goes where the energy and passion is. And you can just tell that there is absolutely no energy and no passion on the stuff that Ethan and Hila are uploading on the H3 podcast site. One of the main issues as well is that we're getting used to this kind of low energy vibe from H3H3 Productions. So now when we see the new high energy content on the H3H3 Productions main channel, it just kind of feels fake, like Ethan is deliberately putting that energy in just to try and keep up with the older uploads. In fact, let's look at the old H3 content. They've released 3 new videos at the time of posting this, and man, they are absolutely no different to the same stuff they were posting in 2015. In fact, the stuff they were posting in 2015 was way more thought out and had way more effort put into it than the stuff they're putting out in 2020. So firstly, they haven't even changed their content on H3H3 for the last 5 years. And on top of this, they're putting in way less effort now. The fact that the content hasn't changed would probably be excusable if they were putting in more effort, but it's just the same content with less effort. And a lack of change plus less effort is doomed for failure. And on top of this, these 3 new videos genuinely feel like they've just gone onto another big YouTuber's site, seen how they're doing their reaction video, copied it and posted it. This is not how a YouTube channel with 6 million subscribers is supposed to behave. A channel with 6 million subscribers is supposed to set their own style and have other smaller YouTubers copy them, not the other way around. And when it is the other way around, man, it looks so pathetic. And the saddest part is these 3 new videos that they've put on the H3H3 Productions main channel is pretty much just the same garbage that they put on the H3 podcast highlights with slightly more production value. Take these titles and put them on the H3 podcast thumbnails. they're literally just the same thing. There was a point where people subscribed to H3H3 Productions because they had well thought out, creative, original content. And sure, these 3 new videos got good views, but that's only because H3H3's been on such a long hiatus that people are going to watch the videos just because they want to see the return of H3H3 Productions. But as soon as that hype of the return of H3H3 Productions is over, people are just going to realize that all this stuff that they're putting on H3H3 Productions is just the same garbage that they post on the H3 podcast highlights. And the views are just going to slowly dwindle given the lack of effort that's being exhausted on the channel. Seriously, what happened to the innovative Ethan and Neela that we remember from How to Make Modern Art? I still go back and watch this video all the time because it's so original and quirky. But I feel like the creative brain that created this video or this video has basically just disbanded, and the only thing that's left is Ethan and Neela's hilarious doom fails or nipple piercing brain. That's all that's left. It's like they've almost trained their brain out of a creative and disciplined mindset without even realizing. It's like they're so far disconnected from creating original and creative content that they couldn't even if they tried. Like genuinely, think about their recent comeback to the H3H3 Productions YouTube channel. It's not like they would have only thought for 5 minutes about what they were going to upload for their comeback after a 9-month hiatus. 9 months of not uploading. They would have wanted to make their best, their most creative, the best idea that they could possibly think of. And what did they come up with? Reacting to really mediocre coronavirus photos and videos that everyone has already seen on their Facebook and Twitter feed. Amazing. Like, come on, Ethan and Neela. You guys had 9 months to think of an absolutely stellar idea, and this is the best that you could come up with? Also, you guys should probably remove the classic H3H3 intro for this video. That intro should be reserved for where there was actual effort put in, guys. But maybe their defense would be, oh, people change over time. Bro, look at your content. The idea is to get better over time, not worse. It's all been now. Like literally, BuzzFeed has better content than H3H3 podcast highlights. At least BuzzFeed has the Unsolved series. One of those episodes is better than everything that's happened on the last 2 years of H3H3 Productions, H3 podcast highlights. And again, I hate to say it because I love Ethan and Neela and I love H3H3 Productions. I feel like they're almost like an influence for me making this channel. But I'm criticizing the fact that they've chosen the easy garbage reaction, off the cuff, no planning content for the views, rather than scripted, well thought out, creative, innovative content to actually make good content rather than just doing it for views and ad revenue. The most likely reason for their lack of innovation and lack of new ideas is probably a drop in confidence, as well as the fact that they're probably not really willing to take as many risks with new content as they used to in the past, considering they're a bit older now and they're starting to grow a family. But the drop in confidence probably stems from the fact that they know that they're worse YouTubers now than they used to be. Everyone knows if they're on an upward cycle or a downward cycle. It's just as simple as asking yourself, am I in a better spot than I was 1 year ago, or am I in a worse spot? Ethan and Neela might not want to admit it, but they both subconsciously know that the content that they were putting out a few years ago is way better than the content they're putting out now. And there seems to be something in our psychology where we have a drop in confidence when we know that we're doing better in the past than we are now. And we can easily see their drop in confidence just by analysing any post on Twitter. Like for example, this dumb Twitter war between H3H3 and Keemstar. Keemstar posted this video.
Wow, it's sad. It's so sad. Holy shit.
So since iDubbbz is getting some shit, he's like, he's out here white knighting and literally licking the ass of iDubbbz and his girlfriend over this situation. And everybody that has an opinion, every one of, iDubbbz fans that doesn't like this whole thing, yeah, fuck you, you're the saddest person ever. He's so bad.
A guy with 6 million subscribers got offended over a Twitter post that was made by Keemstar, a guy whose whole career is built around starting beef with other people. It's such an obvious sign of a lack of confidence. How does H3H3 snapping back at Keemstar over Twitter make him any better than Boogie2988 or Wings of Redemption? Honestly, and another sad part to think about is 2016 or 2017 H3H3 Productions would have used this as a fantastic video opportunity. It would have been comedic and everyone would have loved it. And 2020 H3H3 does look like he is going to make a video out of this, but I feel like it's going to be coming from a place of bitter resentment rather than comedy. And if we go back to the point about taking risks, the content that they're posting now on H3 Podcast Highlights is like completely risk-free. There is absolutely no need for them to put themselves out of their comfort zone. Their format is to literally just scroll on Twitter, find some garbage story and make a reaction video on it. They're so disconnected from pushing themselves outside of their comfort zone. But comfortability on YouTube is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It feels safe because you don't feel any risk in the short term. However, as soon as you become comfortable and you're no longer pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, posting new content that your viewers might dislike, that's when your YouTube channel dies. Some random shitty philosopher said, success is difficult to attain and is fleeting once obtained. What does this mean? It means that once you go through that massive struggle to become successful on YouTube, if you're not adding or improving to that success, you're slowly going to become a failure over time. There's no staying still. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. We've seen this multiple times with other YouTubers. Ray William Johnson, Epic Mealtime. They fail to innovate or they slowly put in less effort over time, and what ends up happening? The channel always dies. This is something that we're seeing with H3H3 Productions, and it's only getting worse. Ethan, Ela, for the sake of your own channel, do something innovative and creative. Something like modern art, Vape Nation, or even how we met at a Holocaust museum in 2007. Something that actually has a bit of effort put into it. Stop with this garbage content that's just find something interesting on Twitter and make a reaction video like every single other big YouTuber. Anyway, that's about it for this video. If you guys could like and subscribe, I would appreciate the hell out of that. Also, I might make a second part to this video based on the comments on this video, so if you have an opinion, put it in the comments and I might put you in the next video. Apart from that, take it easy guys, peace.